24th of June, Rabbi Moore, Parsha Hashavua with Rashi, Shelach.
Okay. We have to Pasuk Yud Ches.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, just a general point which you raised yesterday, Lou, that how can the comes asking all these questions and Moshe Rabbeinu is giving them instructions what to look for, as we're going to see in this, especially illustrated in this pasuk, which sounds like you're really going to find out what the land is like. Basically, initially, Kosh Baruch Hu's offer to send spies was really like a guy walks into a Rolls Royce showroom and he says, have we got any good cars here? So the guy looks at him and he says, listen, you can try out any one you want, as long as you want, meaning, what kind of question is that? If I'm telling you it's a promised land, it's the best land going, so when you ask me a question, should we send to check it out? Of course, you can check it up as much as you want. I'm not afraid of anything. When Akash Baruch Hu gave that answer, right, that in enough should have sufficed for the Jewish people. Says, okay, we understand Akash Baruch Hu. This is a land which you, Akash Baruch Hu, have chosen. This is the special land with our special Akash Baruch Hu's special supervision. We don't need to ask any further questions. But when the Klal Yisrael says, well, maybe we should check it out. Maybe we should check it out. That in itself was an indication of the lack of trust and belief in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And although they may still have been deserving of the land, but nevertheless, their whole relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu was now going to be different. Because had they had implicit trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu would have just had them walk into the land without, it would have been a total walkover, the battle to conquer the land. It wouldn't need any, as mentioned in Parshas Mishpatim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu would have sent hornets to wipe out the local. But now they started questioning. It says, we need proof. We need to feel reassured in our own minds that it's okay. That means that already was a tremendous lowering of the level of their trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to them, okay, your trust in me is not as strong as I thought it was. So then you're going to have to involve yourselves in certain level of battle, and you're going to have to carry out certain strategy, and indeed you're going to see, which is the best way of conquering the land. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. I think you have to your pasuk Yud Ches. I remember.
Okay. It says, "Oritem et haaretz mahi v'et ha'am hayoshev aleha hechazak hu harafeh hameat hu imrav." So it says, look at the land. What is it? Okay, C. Row is C, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And the people who live on it.
Yeah, living on it.
Okay. Are they strong?
Yeah. Literally, the nation that is dwelling upon it, is it strong or weak?
Or weak? Okay.
Is it The few means, is it few in number or is it many?
Or is it many, Rav? Oh, okay. So, okay, so let's see what Rashi says. And then I might have a question if he doesn't answer this, but it says, Et haaretz mahu. So the land, what is it? Yesh eretz migadelet giborim. There's a land, can the land which
Produces, I guess the best way of producing.
produces strong people,
Yeah,
okay? V'yesh eretz, and there's a land, migadelet, which produces weak people. Yesh migadelet uklusin. There can be, let's see, a land that increases, which increases the population.
Megadas doesn't mean necessarily increase, but it means it produces.
Oh,
It should
produces.
be.
Oh, right. Okay. V'yesh mima'atenet, ma'aten, min,
Ma'etet.
that lowers it, right? That lowers it. Okay, that's one Rashi. Then it says, Echazak hu harafeh. Is it strong or is it weak?
Yeah.
Siman masar lahem. So we gave to them a signal, sign. That's Moses gave the spies, okay. Im bifrazim yoshvin. So if they live in
Open cities.
open cities, okay. Oh, chazakim heim, then they are strong. Okay, shemos shesomchim al hagivuratam. So they depend on their strength. Okay, ve'im be'arim bitzurot heim yoshvim. Okay, but if they live in what's walled cities, maybe tzurot,
Yeah, it means in fortified cities.
fortified cities, chalashim heim, they are weak.
Right.
Okay, so one
So,
quick,
yeah.
one
Ask
quick
your question.
Okay, one quick question. It might be a grammatical thing, I don't know. But this pasuk talks about as if there's one people who dwell in the land. But we learned earlier, forget what Parsha it's in,
Yeah,
where
there were
where
7 nations.
yeah, right, exactly.
That
And it
is an
lists
interesting
out the
point.
nations.
That is a very interesting point. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could answer you that, I mean, let's take America, for instance, right? The United States.
Oh,
So you've
yeah.
got whites, you've got blacks, you've got Puerto Ricans, you've got Italians, you've got Chinese, you've got all kinds of things. But they're all one nation.
Right.
So here too, all the indigenous residents of Eretz Yisrael are referred to over here as the people who are dwelling there upon it.
Uh-huh.
Because even though there may have been different from different clans and different ancestors, but they're all indigenous inhabitants of the land. And the land is with, in words, vis-a-vis how much the land affects them. And that's what Rashi is pointing out, right?
Right.
The way, in words, the inhabitant land, in that respect, can be called one nation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it means
Right.
it may be in English, you just determine the indigenous population.
Well, which also
Okay.
from an English grammatical point, it doesn't say person, it says people, which happens to be plural too.
No, ha'am is a singular.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's translated people here though. So,
Okay, so that's it's
but you're right. The nation, if it's the nation, then yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Now I was asking interesting. This is actually I saw. I don't know. There was a series of svarim called "What's Bothering Rashi" by Dr. Bonchek, who unfortunately is no longer alive. Interesting. Somebody who was a big expert in Rashi. He says a very interesting pshat over here. What's Rashi getting over here? Rashi says, "Chazak hu harofeh." Are they strong or are they weak? And so Rashi says, Siman Masalahem. He gave them over a sign to say that if they're living in open cities, they're strong. And if they're living in fortified cities, they are weak. Okay? Because the
Right.
mice you're going to see in the pasuk later, next pasuk, it says at the end of the pasuk, are they living in open cities or fortified cities? He asked the question directly. So what's Rashi saying this over here? Okay?
Right.
So he says a very interesting point. You translated as correctly, so Hechazaku, is it strong? Means the nation living there, is it strong? Harofeh, or is it weak? Now, where's the word or there?
Oh yeah. It's not there
All
really.
the other places, the end of the pasuk says Hamatu Imrov. Right? Are they few or are they many? Okay,
Right.
im means that's telling you im is used in the sense of or, right? And then the
Right.
next pasuk, Amaretz asher yushay baha tevahi im ra'ah. And the next pasuk, Amaretz hashmenahi im raza. So wherever we want to say one side and or the other, use the word im. And yet over here should have said, Hechazaku imrofe. Are they strong or are they weak? What means Hechazaku harofe? So Rashi is saying that what in essence Moshe Rabbeinu was telling them was not are they strong or are they weak? He's telling them Hechazaku harofe. What you think is that is in fact an indication that they're weak.
Mhm.
Right? That's what Rashi says over here. That really, in essence, Kipshuta Shamikra, it means are they strong or are they weak? Correct. As you translated it. But since the pasuk doesn't say imrofer, but harofer, right? It means the strong are the weak.
Right.
Because those who what ostensibly looks at the point of strength that they're living in fortified cities is in fact indicating that they are weak. And if they live, so that's what Rashi's point. That's why Rashi makes his point over here. That over here, with respect to asking if they are or finding out if they are strong or weak, really what looks ostensibly strong is really an indication of their weakness. And what looks ostensibly that they are weak, that they don't have any fortifications, is in essence a sign of their strength. So that's why Rashi mentions this over here, because it doesn't say has chazaku im rofer, it just says chazak hu harofer, which indicates the strong are the weak, and the weak are the strong. Okay.
Right.
Let's continue. Lou, pass it your test.
Uma haaretz asher hu yoshev ba hatova hi im ra'ah uma ha'arim Asher hu yoshev ba'hena habemachanim im b'mivtzarim. Okay, and how is the land?
Yeah, or I would say, no, what is the land like?
What is the land like in which
The land in which they are dwelling, in which it is dwelling, right? The land in which is dwelling, what is it like? Or say, and what is the land in which they are dwelling like?
is it good or is it bad?
Right.
And how are the cities in which they dwell? Are they open or are they fortified?
Okay, so Rashi is going to say, b'machanim.
So Rashi says, Habimachanim, which my English says literally means, is it in camps?
Yeah.
Targumo Habifatchin. The Targum translates it as this word Habifatchim, which means kirakim pitsuchim ufitsuchin. Are enclosed and opened without me'ain choma, without a wall.
Yeah, well, how did you translate the word pitzuchim?
Unenclosed.
No, on the contrary. Pitzuchim means open, split open. Means they are breached. Let me see exactly how I translate.
Unenclosed.
Who?
Unenclosed, same thing.
Oh, how did you say unenclosed?
Unenclosed.
Enclosed, which means that
Unenclosed and open.
Sorry. What is the word? How do you translate the word pitzuchim?
Unenclosed.
Enclosed means it's closed up.
Right, so unenclosed means it's not closed up.
Oh, so then you have the word unenclosed?
Yes.
I see. I didn't hear it clearly. It's very strange to use such a word. Well, anyway, exposed. It's actually cities that are exposed and open without a wall.
Without a wall, right.
Right, but it means psuchim something. The word petzuach means something like you have a nut or something. In Ivrit, they use the term for nuts and other things which you or kind of seeds which you split open to eat them. Pitzuchim. Okay? But patzuchim means that they are split open, they're exposed.
Exposed.
They're exposed and open without a wall. Okay.
Hatova he. Are they good? Bima yanos, with springs, humos, and deep wells, tovim uveriim, which are good and healthy.
Yeah. Now the question is two questions over here. Why does Rashi only mention this explanation of Atovahi after the word Habamachani?
After what word?
Here, the Rashi, the word Hatovahi Imra'ah appears first in the pasuk before the word Habamachani. And yet Rashi explains the word Habamachanim first, and then after he says Hatovahi.
Uh-huh. It's out of order.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Meiser, the Forshim, I've got a note over here that also the actual question itself. The question is it a good land or is it not, or a bad land? So Rashi says, what does that mean? But it means it's a good land with mayonos, with springs and deep wells, ubrium and healthy water, right? Good and healthy springs and deep wells. Okay. Now, why does Rashi explain good in that sense? Why couldn't it just says, it's got good produce, it's good in all respects. Why does Rashi define good in this sense that it's got good water source, okay? That's the springs and deep wells, and the waters are healthy. So the Mepharshim explained that the next pasuk says, and what is the land? Is it fat or is it thin? I'm just translating it literally, which is really the chayra. If hatova meant is a good land, meaning a fertile land, imra or infertile land, right? So therefore, that which is mentioned in the next pasuk, is it fat or is it thin, is really a repeat of what's been mentioned before in pasuk Yutes. So that's why they explain that Rashi mentions this immediate juxtaposition to the next pasuk to indicate that there's two separate questions over here. What is the land? Is it a good land or bad land with respect to its waters? And then pasuk 20 is telling you, is it a fertile land or an infertile land with regard to its produce? So that's why it's two separate questions. Yeah. I'll read out what I wrote here. Why did Rashi define the question this way when it rather seems to deal with the quality of the produce of the land? Sefer Zikaron explains that since the next verse is dealing with the aspect of the quality of the land, our verse must be addressing the health of the land, and this is discerned by checking its water. Okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Fine. Meir, pasuk Chaf.
Okay, pasuk Kaf. It says, Umaha aretz hashmenahi im razah. Hayesh ba'etz im ayin. V'hit chazaktem ulikachtem mipri haaretz v'hayamim yemei bichurei anavim. Okay, so what is the land? As we said before, is it fertile or lean? Are there trees? Okay, or not? And you will strengthen yourself, and you will take from the fruits of the land, I guess. The hayamim yemei, and the days were days of bichurei, the first of the grapes, I guess. Bichurei.
So Rashi's going to explain what it means. Bichurei. Rashi's going to explain what this means.
Oh, okay. Well, the first one, it says hayesh ba'et, so there are trees in it. Im yesh ba'hem, if there are.
Rashi's going to say, well, what kind of question are they trees or not? He's asking, is it a fertile land or infertile land? Well, what's it asking again now after that? Are there trees or not? Meaning, that's going to make a difference to the level of the quality of the land.
Oh, okay. So he says, let's see. Okay. Oh, Adam Kasher. So is it a proper man? Sheyagain Alehem, that can protect them, Bezuchuto, through its
Merit.
merit.
Right. Now, so Rashi explains that it's referring to the like a tree is really a metaphorical term. Somebody who can stand firm in protection of the people. That's really what it means. Is there a worthy person among them who will protect them with his merit?
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, let me go on then.
Okay, now Rashi said, what's Bikurei Anavim?
Okay. Okay. Bichure Anavim. Okay. So that's the first of the grapes, first fruits of the grapes, I guess.
Yeah.
Yamim Shahanavim mitbashlin bivikur.
Cool.
Okay, so the days where the grapes mitbashin.
Okay, it means, literally means when the first ripening grapes ripen.
Oh,
Meaning,
okay.
in other words, this is the time of year when the early grapes to ripen, they already are ripening. So it's the beginning of the grape ripening season.
Oh, okay.
That's what Rashi's explaining.
Okay,
Okay.
which grapes ripen. Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
Next one's quite a long Rashi actually. So I think we'll stop here. It's really 1:30, and we'll pick up tomorrow, Lou, Pasuk Chof Aleph.
Very good. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Very good. Have a great day, everybody.
Yeshkaya. You too now, Rabbi.
Bye. Have a great day.
Okay,
Thank
be
you.
well, Lou.
Okay, you too, Mayor.